Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have a very interesting deck, RAKDOS Midrange, but it plays pretty much like a control deck that we all like. We have even some of the same planewalkers that we always use, like Sorin. We also have Invoke Despair. We have also some interesting additions. We also have Valki, that is a very interesting card, and something I want to play with more in time. So basically what this deck efficiency is, it's quite decent, 60% win rate. We didn't play many games. I will talk more about this in intro, but it's 3 wins in 5 games, and I think that's really in line with what to expect from this deck. It's like average, a real average, not the YouTube average from the thumbnail. Is like I think 54% or 55% for this deck in Mythic, of course. So it's really decent deck. And don't get it fool you. If anything is like above 50%, it's really good in Mythic. Yeah, so that's the deck, and let's see the matchups if you want. It's probably not a good enough sample, but I have noticed that if you are on the draw, you really struggle with mono white, because then Meathook Massacre doesn't work. But at this point, I think we know exactly how it works. It's all the same for this same similar style of Meathook Massacre decks, and for this reason we have Ray. So I think it turns out okay in the end, but we would have to play a bit more games to decide. It is definitely winnable. It depends who gets what, really. Okay, and let's go into the deck list and see what's up. Okay, and we are in the deck list right now. So while you see the card choices and so on, just a few words, if I may. So basically, I really tried to make this video a bit quicker than usually. So I hope you don't see any issues with this. I've tried my best, but to be honest, I'm so short on time. I need to leave to my day job in 40 minutes, and I need to do all the video editing and things like this. So I really try to make it work and that you get your daily video. It's so hard sometimes to keep up with everything, but later when I'm back after my job, I think I will be able to already have it on YouTube, so we can publish at the usual time. So if there are any delays, that's why, and I'm really trying my best, guys. If you like double job thing, always subscribe. I really appreciate it. Okay, and that being said, just wanted to share with you guys, so you see what's up, and yeah, awkward. Okay, and let's get into the deck list. So exactly what we are doing. This is RAKDOS Midrange, as the name suggests. So basically our cards are really strong and give a lot of value. Usually 2 cards for 1, or even 3 cards for 1 that you might know already. So basically we really want to go into this sweet spot between being a bit less aggressive than typical mono white decks and so on, but we need to be still aggressive and we want to kill the enemy. So some cards really help with this, like Tainted Adversary with the added zombies and things like this. Basically what usually this deck plays around is Valki into Trespasser or Fable, into Sorin when you have some board presence, and then Sorin tries to carry you throughout the game until the point that you can cast Invoke Despair every single turn until you win the game. So that's the general idea. Bankbuster doesn't come extremely into play in the games, but I think it has its place because of the crew. So basically you can use it as a creature, right? So it can either draw if you are whiffing on value, which happens with this deck. Sometimes you will whiff on the value. Sometimes you are forced to use Sorin as a defense measure and not really a card advantage measure. And then Sorin is much worse. So that's why we try to establish board control. From interesting choices, we have Ray of Enfeeblement, and I think you will see one of the use for the card that you maybe not seen before. And I think that's really important if you want to maximize, those win rates. Because there is a way to make it better than it is in a smart, clever way, like we control mages do. Okay, and Graveyard Trespasser is big powerhouse for the deck. Basically, you try to get value with it because of the ward, and you can get healing in case you don't get Meathook Massacre. This deck works worse when it doesn't get with Meathook Massacre, so you need to dig into your cards, and especially with Fable, you have quite a lot of abilities to do so. So basically, that's the list. I think it's more important to see how it plays out, because for the cards and like the archetype, you probably know it more or less. I think the big payout is Valki and Tibalt when you can cast it for 7 mana. That's your win condition, disguised and as a 2-drop. But usually you play it as a 2-drop on curve, just to mess up with enemy and make their turns really awkward. Yeah, and we also have 3 Hives. That's actually some difference to many other decks, because we are aggressive, and like Menace helps with killing Planewalkers, and exiling from the graveyard against a Tenacious Underdog is really important, and you will see in the games how annoying Tenacious Underdog can be if not dealt with. So, I hope you enjoyed the games. As always, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of channel, content and stuff. I'm trying my best to do video every day, and I really hope I will manage to do so. And thank you for all the good feedback and support. You guys are awesome. So, let's go into the games, and thank you. Okay, so on one hand, this hand looks horrible. On the second one, we actually play on curve, I guess, especially on the draw. So, you know, let's see what's up. And let's start with the swamp, in case enemy plays something that we want to remove, because we want to play this on curve. Like, you know, with Sorin we can get back with some value. And I honestly think we play it on curve, just to have some board presence. Like, it's usually good enough, especially with the Death Touch. Even if he kills it, it means full turn behind. And then we have the Trespasser. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go for it. Now we have creature. So, 19. Ha! First point of damage. Here comes the pain. Double Sorin is actually quite good, because we really lack value. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is. It is, my friend. Do you want to... Yeah, sure. Let's exile everything. Glutton will eat everything, right? Do you want to remove it? Do you want to discard some cards? By the way, he got tapped out, so it means that Sorin is so much better. Look at the cards, guys. Look at the freaking cards. We were behind on cards. Oh, I see. I see, so it's probably some kind of reanimator. They should play Invoke, right? So it means they lack 2. I see. So the Graveyard Trespasser was actually extremely important card here. Man, on one side I think that we should try to kill him as soon as possible, but you know what? It might be faster to kill him with ultimate. Yeah, sure. Let's reveal. We might actually get Trespasser at some point.
Very well.
Man, this cough killing me. Anyway, Under Fire Ignition. Yeah, so it's big reanimator. And I can do it next turn. That's scary. That's so scary. So what they will take? Velomahus, right? We can make it 1-1. You know what? We will do it like this. Oh, but it's bigger because of Invoke. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. So my plan was to reduce it to like 1 attack. But man, yeah, like... So the plan was to reduce it to 1-1, then block with the vampire, and then he loses the reanimation effect. But I forgot Invoke puts for +1 counters. So it won't work because there's no like triggers and stuff. So I think in this case, the best we can do is just go super ham. So this +1 was a mistake last turn. I overestimated how much time I have. That's good. Maybe they don't have it. I actually never considered they might not have it. Do we have legendary? Not really. That's definitely a big attack. With decay, unfortunately, but still something. Okay, 12. 12. I think we go Takenuma. It's more important to exile his stuff. Especially that we have nighttime. Hopefully he won't flip to daytime. And if he didn't have Invoke, like, this reduces his chance to, like, top deck by quite a lot. We basically need this card to win the game, I think. I don't think it makes a big difference, right? But let's make sure. Okay, no priority. That's really good. And Glutton will be 2 cards. Now, my friend, you need to make first a reanimation target. Yes, that's the evil laugh. We will go for red. Oh, enemy feels he's losing. Oh, he knows what's up. We have removal and we have Ray, so I'm pretty hopeful. Right now he needs both reanimation spell and to make a target for reanimation spell. This Graveyard Glutton pretty much negated his top decks, even if he drew Invoke Despair. That was it, like, man, I think we did really well. Okay, opponent goes first. I have a feeling this is a losing hand on the draw, but let's see. Oh man, it's such a losing card. Oh man, we are so freaking done. So basically we'll play the Hive, we will play the Valki. Problem is Meathook Massacre will be too small. We won't be able to play this. But at least we can remove the creature, and that's pretty huge. Because believe or not, he has Brutal Catar and probably Apparition. If he has both, that's a problem. Oh, okay. Like, Fateful Absence will be okay. We get a lot of damage, so basically we need to win the game with Meathook, and we need to make sure that we can go until then. Oh, you needed to pay the tax? Thanks to this deck we made enemy Talia help us and not the enemy. That really slowed him down. Like, basically he's 1 turn behind fully. Man, 5 mana. Okay, first striker is actually really good here. Like, we are going places. The problem is that he can use this to get indestructible. Probably Luminarch Aspirant to pump Talia into 3-2. I think that's the play. Let's see if enemy will do it. Yeah, that's so good. It even buffs the initiate. Like, it's easy choice. Man, Aspirant single-handedly completely changed how the game works right now. And we will trade. We will. Painful, but necessary. So enemy is very short on creatures. Okay, that's interesting choice. You know what we could do? We could ambush him with Sokenzan and then trade 2 for Aspirant and then main phase Hagra, but then he untaps and he uses the Valorous stance to save whatever we target. So we could just kill the initiate and let Aspirant grow slowly. Is it any good, really? Or we just Meathook and start healing? It doesn't seem great. Man, that's a very deceptive turn. Sorry, had to cough. I'm a bit of a coffee guy this day. What is the best play here? I think we'll do like this. This gives us the most time. It's not value, but it's more time. And with Meathook I hope we have enough of the rest. And that's pretty much perfect. We can exactly Meathook Massacre for all of this. So let's go for 2. I don't think he can save it. Nice. Guys, I think we are getting there. Enemy has no cave, so let's play like this. And Wild Asher appeared. Oh man, that's a freaking draw. That's a freaking draw. He can kill it and that's the pride. And then we cannot block. So honestly, I think Sokenzan will be better. Man, my voice, sorry for that. Anyway, he will attack. He will probably make a token. And then we trade for 1/1. By the way, we also have Hive. Man, and he just scoops. Like, this deck is like leader in making the enemy scoop for no reason. Like, I don't know why. Sure, you don't have much value, but we pretty much had a land and a Tainted Adversary at top decks. Hive was really important here because he couldn't attack even without other creatures. Okay, so we have pretty good hand. I really like this one. We have everything on curve because we have Sokenzan, so that's really good. Really good start. And I wonder whether we should go for Trespasser or the Fable. Probably like Fable sounds better because it's, you know, more value. But maybe if we are against some kind of control, maybe then the Trespasser just to flip and, you know, go harder. We will see. I'm not sure yet, but definitely Valki and then we see what's up. I like this art, it is quite sweet. So you start with this round, of course, because this will be tapped for 2 turns, and this one is your 2-drop. This one is untapped as a 3-drop, and then you can play everything. Actually, maybe Florian, right? At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X amount of cards of your library. Yeah, reading our cards during the game, where X is the total amount of life your opponent lost. Not from the vampires, just lost. Exile one of those cards and put the rest on the bottom of your library. Okay, so basically if we start with Valki, we can just go with the Florian. And enemy is just full not aware mode. Okay, I will cut right now. And we're back. He played a land. Ha! What a shocker. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's play Valki. Nothing really changed. And let's see what he was thinking about so long. Or maybe he just AFK. Oh ho ho! Oh, this does hurt. Unfortunately, next turn he gets it. But, you know, we will get there somehow. If he plays turn 3 just to kill Valki, then he doesn't get this one. My turn. Okay, this is very interesting choice. First of all, let's attack, because why not? Like, I don't think this Decayed Zombie is worth it, it's basically a 2-drop. Whereas exile one of the... you may play, but you need to pay mana cost, so that's not optimal. So I think we still go for the Fable. It also ensures that whenever he wants to sacrifice us something, if that's his full turn, then we just sacrifice the token. Okay, that's pretty good to be honest, because we can kill it very easily. On top of creature. Man, like, we are killing this guy. Do we want to discard? That's a very important choice. Like, this card is good, but not yet. Let's think what happens. So now we attack, we use Bloodchief first to kill this. We have 3 mana, so we probably play the Trespasser. And then we are out of value, right? I don't care about which one. I think we cycled this one only. Oh, that's a very good draw. This is a very good draw. Let's get rid of the stuff. Let's, you know, attack. I heard it's good. Enemy is at 14. It's starting to be no joke. And he doesn't have sweepers, so I think we go like this. It's unfortunate there's no creature in the graveyard, but, you know, submit 0 because we don't gain anything. And that's very important turn. I wonder what the enemy will do. I assume he will play the Chariot. Then we Invoke Despair, then he Cruise. That's not great. That's a really good blocker. Oh man. Yeah, Chariot really complicates things. Maybe we just transform Valki? Oh man, maybe I shouldn't waste the no, the token would be the same as Cats, right? So I don't have anything to remove right now. Not really. Okay, this will be our turn. I guess it will be Despair, right? It has to be Despair. And we need to do it before. Like with Kiki Jiki we can a bit chill out. Like, not really chill out because we need to kill him. He has more value in hand. Oh man, it's really close. Oh man, he didn't freaking crew. He messed up? Oh man. Oh man. I think that can win us the game, that he messed up so much. So probably another creature is here. Like if we attack with Valki, then we trade. Definitely let's go to attack. Do we attack with Valki? Let's say he trades, right? We sneak 5 damage. And then what? Then he gets this creature back. Will he play it even? I think he will. Okay, that's very good. So this is one of the techniques, like honestly, if you have high win rate, you should play a bit slower, because some of the enemies will scoop when they see they probably won't win, but this game was definitely not over. It was actually quite close, to be honest. Okay, we are going first. With decent draw, we need to draw some lands, but on the draw that would be probably a mulligan. At least here we have some chance to ramp into value. If we can go into like mid game with 4 or 5 mana, then we are golden. Hopefully enemy doesn't run Test of Talent or something. Okay, let's put the Hive. It sucks that we don't have a 2-drop, but we are on the play, so maybe it's enough. And we have some removal. It's not a perfect one, but I suspect that it will kill something during the game. Or at least help something trade for free, like the vampire from Sorin, right? Okay, that's not ideal. That's definitely not ideal. This is a decent draw. I think they will remove it, but it means that they need to waste turn, right? And we'll see if they have Op Nixlis. Okay, so what do we take? Harvester or the Appraiser? Probably this, because it's on curve, right? This is less value. Yeah, and if they pay the Harvester, they cannot tap it, so we can even make something stronger. Like, we can make Valki stronger, so it doesn't die to the trigger. It can be a 3-3 with not relevant ability, I believe. Exile up to 1 target card from graveyard. If a card is put into exile, loop so ATB effect that we don't get with Valki. Basically, we need to protect the Sorin. That's the name of the game, and then try to hope that Invoke Despair bring us back into the game. You know what? It's actually quite tempting, for some reason. But I think it's still correct to take the choice. He has the Search, so it means that if he wanted to remove it, he would. Yep. This really interrupts his turn. He cannot cast Fable now. He needs to go for Harvester. Still not perfect for us, but you know. Like right now, Sorin doesn't look so hot. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So, we can take a lot of damage and go super behind on tempo. So I expect this will be played. This is an graveyard. From a graveyard. So he will cast it and some land, then remove Valki, and then draw a card, and he will have three attackers. So I think we need to go for Sorin and the vampire. Like, there's not much choice here. And the good part is that if he over attacks the Sorin, Then we can just not block and we get better turn for future. We definitely need to draw a land. Man, like, we need untapped land so badly. Like, I know I could just cast this and then raise something for one turn, but then enemy has 3 creatures, more cards than us, and we just play one Invoke and we remove one of the creatures, it will be underdog, then he replaces for Blitz cost, and we are smoked for 9. Then we cast another Despair, and we are smoked for 6, and we die, probably at this point. So, you know, it's much better to do it like this. Do we even want to trade with something? I don't think we do. The only punish would be second Harvester, then we don't get the life gain, but make them play it. Especially with the Ray. Ray actually can be a removal if you combine it with Vampire, because you can make something 0 attack, and he wanted to trade and it will be a free removal. So basically you remove the creature. It's a tap plant, right? Oh man. Oh man, it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. I think we do it like this. See? This crazy 1 life. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. This will be such a hard game. We don't attack, because enemy is really incentivized to attack, so it means that we will get our lifelink. And if enemy won't attack, it's more than lifelink that we would get by attacking. So easy choice. Easy. Man, I'm scared. Like, I think we are on the back foot because of no early plays. And now he got the reload, so it will be hard for him to whiff. We can get free block with the treasure token. If he has some removal, I think he will cast it before our Ray. Yep, let's attack and see what's up. Oh, interesting. And this is how you create a removal out of this spell. See? Removal. We removed it for free. So he can kill the token, the vampire, but then it means he needs to pay another card and another mana. So basically we go for one. That's how you make Ray of Enfeeblement actually a relevant card, even in the wrong matchup. Like you can see, it's pretty much a 1 mana removal in this case. And that's what we wanted, right? We don't get rid of Tenacious Underdog because, let's face it, he wants it in the graveyard and he's starting to whiff on cards a bit. And he's tanking. That would suggest that he has some removal, maybe. Like, he obviously has something. I don't think he thinks about blood tokens so much. Unless he's like, you know, the most big brain gamer ever. Or in a tournament, right? Quality joke. And our removal went 1 for 1 with enemy removal. That's content. That's actually something I did not expect. That's hilarious in a way. We all prepare for the same matchup. Like you can see, we both had that card, and we both decided, okay, it's a draw. We will just both discard them, okay? And let's pretend mono white never existed. I liked it. First Despair won't be the best, but second one maybe puts everything into better perspective. And we have Hive, but in order to get rid of the underdog we really need to... Oh no! Oh no! Okay, that's not as good of a play as you could think. Decline? Okay. So, what is the loyalty? 4 on both. We can kill one of them. I will decline. I'm a brave soul. Oh man, that's such a good draw. Not sure if the best in our deck, but definitely a big one. Like, Invoke Despair does the same thing, right? Like, it also kills one of the op. So we can activate Hive and attack one of them. And this exiles underdog as well. We get to 13, we can discard the card, and he attacks for 5. Acceptable. He also gets Kiki Jiki. Man, actually we get full value of this. This will be enchantment creature. Weird. Ooh, super weird. I don't know how it works. If he can sacrifice it as a creature and not an enchantment. Anyway, back to the game. We can also play Trespasser, and then we don't really do anything right. And we don't kill the op, so that seems like the worst idea. So it's either this. Yeah, I think it's Invoke Despair. It's such a good card. The fact that we remove one creature. Kiki Jiki for the full turn. This turn doesn't seem so hot, but compared to not doing this next turn is such a big difference. Like having another Kiki Jiki on the board is just super pressuring, and we basically don't have good way to remove it. Hagra Mauling is a bit awful because it's our full turn. See, this board looks much more acceptable. And you know what? We have so much mana that I think we can just play it like this. Let's make sure that the loyalty is low. And we get the lifelink.
Your defiance.
Unfortunately, we are getting smorked. Oh man, we are getting smorked. This will hurt. He might play the Blitz. Man, I think we take the 2 damage. We have 2 little cards, and Trespasser is such important part of the match. By the way, look how much work this little vampire did. Imagine if we didn't play Sorin then. Like, we would be out of this game by far. Okay, that's not the worst. This card is very good value, but it's basically a card draw, so it's not the best tempo play. And we are... oh man, oh, that hurts. That hurts. But we have another Despair. Can we Despair enemy enough? I think now it's Trespasser time, to be honest. I'm not perfectly sure, but... yep, we need to decline. Oh man, it's so close. This one life can actually matter. Man, I think it's still Despair. So if we cast it, we are at what? 9. Enemy attacks for 3, we are at 6. With this, we are at 3. Then we cast Trespasser and do what? Not much. Not really much. We can also activate the Hive and do nothing, and then we get hit for 6. It's pretty much the same. Man, we need more mana. We need to do all of those things at the same time. And we can't. Invoke Despair gives us the most options. Man, like... We are a bit behind on everything. Like this tenacious underdog is such a big problem. The good part is that he needs full turn width. Okay, that's interesting choice. Oh man, I wish it was white. Something nobody ever said. Okay, that will be hard. Worst case, this is... you know what? We can turn it into removal. Yeah, that's the plan. So we play the Trespasser. That's a good thing. It means that the enemy is digging. It means that he doesn't have answer. On the bad side, he got a draw, so it might be an answer. Oh, that's scary. He didn't use underdog, so it means that he has another play. Oh, I'm scared. Fable. Okay. It's not the worst, to be honest. It sucks. Oh man, that's the worst. Oh man, we are so pressured. That's not a good draw. This is horrible draw. On so many ways. Even untapped land would be way better than this. Tenacious underdog, please go away. Finally. I don't want to ever see you again. So this is a removal. That's a good side. But problem is that the enemy is... Like, we need Meathook Massacre, I think. Those little chips of 2-for-1 cards, like this small shaman, this small token, this small appraiser that drew another card. Like, those are the things that we don't keep up with. And our mana is so awkward this game, like every single time we are wasting some mana and we cannot make two optimal plays. Like, if we had few more mana, we would win this game so easily. All we needed to do is despair and remove the graveyard during the same turn. But it's still not over. Oh, nice. This actually gives us more time. I fear he might attack, and that would be good choice. Man, please don't attack. Please please don't do it. It's a bit trade for you, right? Why would you ever do it? Yes. Okay. We manipulated him. Like a champ. I don't think this one toughness matters. So, Harvester is actually better. Because it can, like, if he gets another blood token, it is a removal spell, pretty much. Haha. I think that was the same game, right? Yeah. Do you have your own? Nah. Even if he had, he couldn't cast it because of the ward. And here we go, baby. Now we can start really healing. That's a horrible draw, but I'm used to it by now. And definitely we are attacking. That's the first thing I know. And let's just eat this stuff. Let's get harvesters first. Our glutton really likes yummy harvesters. See, it's the old tale of werewolf against vampires. That's exactly what you expect from this channel, right? Let's make some underworld reference. Okay, we have double hive, but I think we are short on activating both, right? 1 mana, as always. Man, the most awkward mana ever. But it means that we can sacrifice one of the hives to block. So that's not the worst, and we are not that on board yet. I think we definitely need Meathook Massacre, right? We need something huge. Definitely 3 lands from the top was not the correct strategy. So I miscalculated my strategy. I hoped I will draw other cards. Look what we drew this game. It's only lands, 1 Glutton, and 2 Despairs and a Sorin pretty much. That's it. That's the full value that we got in 1/4 of our deck. Like, I'm thankful for at least the second Despair. One was pretty much guaranteed in 15 cards, but the second one was a nice bonus. But man, we are... Like, look how many lands enemy has. 5 lands compared to our 10. Imagine if those 4 lands were value cards. We would be so winning this. Just imagine 2 Meathooks in our hand, 1 Sorin and 1 Despair. That would be such a nice sight to behold. Enemies should attack with this token. Man, I'm so happy he doesn't. He might remove it, but we still have to do it. And if he removes it, then we can activate the other one, which is actually quite sweet. We need to trade. Our main lands are not what we need. And if we draw finally any card that is not a land, we definitely need to, you know, power it up with some mana. Okay. Unfortunate, but it has to do. And you can see power of Kiki-Jiki. In fact, he got additional card. Oh, okay. Yep. We don't really have choice. We have to make a vampire.
I take no joy.
But lifelink can go a long way in this game. Like, it's okay though. I would prefer Meathook. That's why we have them, right, in the deck. You don't really tend to draw them too much. See? Easy. Easy. Enemy freaking just drawing what he needs. To be fair, he cycled quite a lot with Kiki-Jiki. So, yeah. It's still okay for us. By the way, he should be drawing cards. It's our... man, this is such a horrible draw. Such a horrible draw. I think we go for the Trespasser. Just because he won't be able to remove it and it can start healing us. But it means so much mana. Do we really draw card? It might kill us so easily. Like it will kill us, right? If we attack with the Hive, then he can double block and we trade 1 for 1, that's not great as well. I think we should make another vampire. And that sucks. That really does suck. Man, I think this game was so easy to win if we didn't draw super awkwardly since like 7 turns. We are doing this to basically... Oh, it wasn't that, man, I'm tired already, sorry. So basically I thought for some reason it is tapped and it cannot activate. Yep, that was a good choice. So basically I think we are forced to draw Meathook Massacre right now. So change of plans. Oh, I wish I drew it instead of all those lands. Now we cannot really cast it because like this game was pretty horrible, to be honest. He still can kill us. Good game. Man, that was awkward.